Next Level Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Historical images of Denton, Texas. The eyes of Texas are upon Denton. The eyes of the SFL are as well, as we roll on in Season 16 here in Week 9 of the Simulation Football League. The Lone Star Glory welcome in the Mexico City Aztecs in a matchup of the South Division here in the Simulation Football League. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Alongside Josh Zirkle, I have myself, Eric Vinson, and Mark Lopez is in the stat truck for us this evening. And Josh, this is going to be a good matchup here. As I mentioned, South Division rivals, and everybody in the South Division is ready and raring to go, trying to make the playoffs.
It's just a big party in the South Division right now, Eric. It is a great matchup, and we got great players facing off not only against their opponents tonight, but also history. 5 players chasing milestones in tonight's matchup, including both quarterbacks, Ace Fennick for Lone Star and the immortal Matt Wilson for the Aztecs. And Mexico City came into this week with a 1-game lead in the South Division. They're looking for their 4th win in a row. And Lone Star, who in their many iterations as a franchise has never lost to the Aztecs at home. And Eric, they need a win if they're going to stay in the playoff hunt.
You know, the Wilson guy, I feel like he's got enough records by now, right? I mean, he's got himself a jacket.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Coming out in the fresh all-whites here tonight. I like those uniforms there. And Lone Star coming out in the all-navy look, which is definitely a good look for them as well. Looking like Mexico City is going to kick the football off to start the game. And as we get a look, as we get them all set for kickoff here, it's going to be a wild ride. I'm ready for a bit of a high-flying passing attack on both ends of the spectrum. Both teams like to throw the football. Both teams have high-powered offenses. It's probably going to be a shootout here tonight.
Yeah, Mexico City 2nd in points per game in the entire SFL. Lone Star 6th. Mexico City 3rd in total yards per game. Lone Star 4th. I'm expecting a plethora of offense tonight, Eric. Perhaps 2 plethoras of offense.
2 plethoras. And Lone Star will get the initial kickoff, and they will return it out to the 20-yard line, courtesy of Deuce Fennick. Ace Fennick, the quarterback, we mentioned him, has some milestones ahead of him. Hopefully able to achieve those tonight. And he will take over for this first possession here for the Glory.
Yeah, Ace Fennick a little shaky last week. He did have the touchdown, but 3 interceptions. And hopefully he can bounce back from that performance. His team did win the game, although it was not a great game for the quarterback.
He's going to start off throwing the football. Hits Ike McBride. She breaks the first tackler and then gets stood up right around the 25-yard line. And that brings up 2nd and 4. Get a look at the stars for this Lone Star Glory offense. Ace Fennick, the quarterback. Ike McBride, the running back. Cameron Collier at fullback. Greg Soto, their big play wide receiver. Deuce Fennick and the Diva himself, Dave Axis, all a wide receiver. Adam Williams at tight end, and Ryland and Bobo Caudill are the guards. 2nd and 4 now from the 25. Hand off to McBride, trying to find some holes up the middle, and will only get maybe about 1.5 yards out to the 27-yard line, 3rd down.
Yeah, back-to-back touches now for McBride. She had 32 touches last week in that game, and obviously off to a strong start here. Had 32 against Sioux Falls and already 2 against the Tex today.
Had just shy of 100 yards in this last meeting south of the border against these Mexico City Aztecs. Instead, we're going to see a handoff to Collier, and he is stopped short. He will get maybe 1 yard, and that tackle was made by Copper coming in there and making the stop, and that's a 3 and out for Lone Star to start things off.
Yeah, we saw a couple different looks from Lone Star there. We went to the spread on 2nd down, and then brought Collier in for the run package on 3rd down, and then Collier obviously got the ball there. Lone Star just prodding this Mexico City defense a little bit, seeing what might be available later in the game.
Pressure coming on the punt, and almost gets blocked, but it does get away. Fielded just past the 30-yard line, and they'll make it out to the 35. Return man was Jason Bartley. And that is where the Hall of Famer Matt Wilson and company will come out. Matt's in his 11th season in the Simulation Football League, all with this Mexico City Aztec franchise in one iteration or another.
And Matt had 5,000 hit pass attempt number 5,000, wrapping up his game last week.
We'll see what he has in store for us today. Swings it out to the fullback, Ray Bentley, and he will make it out to the 36-yard line. Short gain. Tackle there made by Craven.
And one legend to another there. Bentley, over 10,000 career rushing yards. Good enough for 6th all-time. And Bentley, of course, now the fullback, paving the way for Phoenix Jones, but Bentley gets a touch there.
2nd and 9. Handoff here, and that is Phoenix Jones with the carry, and he gets absolutely nothing on the play. Brings up an early 3rd down here for Mexico City. Get a look at the stars on this offense. Matt Wilson at quarterback, Phoenix Jones, and Ray Bentley in the backfield. Nicholas Daggs, Jason Bartley, K.L. Barrett, and Fox Highwind, the wide receivers. And, of course, the legend himself, Mike Daggs, at tight end, big number 83. 3rd and 8 for Wilson. Steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, and incomplete. That was definitely fired into some coverage there, and good defense by the Glory forces a 3-and-out on the other end.
And nice mobility by Matt Wilson to avoid the sack. Managed to step up in the pocket and get the ball away. Unfortunately, it was a little short of the target, and it looks like Mexico City's going to punt.
So here we are coming into this ball game, thinking we're going to have a shootout. Bing, 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 and we get 3-and-outs on both of the first possessions.
Both teams pacing themselves. A prudent move here in an intra-division matchup. You don't want to give away the game too early.
Return there by Fennec, going to bring it out to the 27-yard line. 8:06 to go here in the opening frame, and that will send out Ace Fennec for his 2nd possession of the ball game. Again, both teams starting off 3-and-out, not coming out to the fast start that we were expecting. But we'll see what they have in store for us here. Offset I formation. Handoff. That's McBride, and she is very shifty and very large going through the middle there, able to shrug off defenders with ease. It would break out a game 6 of the 33.
And I think we'll see a lot of it. I think we'll see a lot of Collier leading the way for Ike McBride. That is a formation and a play concept that gets them a lot of yards, and you just saw it there on 1st down.
Second down handoff to Collier, still on his feet, and he's going to get close to the 1st down marker out to the 36-yard line, 3rd and short. Well, this previous meeting, we talked about it, and it was a bit of a bloodbath on one end. Mexico City coming out with the victory. Lone Star with 4 red zone trips. They had 3 field goals. Meanwhile, Mexico City could do no wrong that game.
Yeah, Lone Star is still a young team. I think when you look at their players right now, mostly being 2nd and 3rd years, they have to like where they are right now. But they are going to have games like that where they just, for one reason or another, don't seem like they show up.
Well, and McBride shows up on that last play, giving the first down of the game to the Lone Star Glory. And she will move those chains out to the 43-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first.
Really liking this Lone Star run game so far.
Fennec with a 7-step drop. He's in trouble. Steps up in the pocket. Throws over the middle, and that's caught. High point catch made by Adam Williams, the tight end. Brings it down in traffic, and a big 1st down for Lone Star.
Outstanding hops from the 2nd-year tight end. You could just see he's just running a little post up the middle, manages to get up there between 3 different defenders. And Williams is an explosive tight end. He's an explosive option for this team. Only had 4 catches last week, but did find the end zone. And in a way, emblematic of this entire Lone Star offense. Not always productive, but when he is, my goodness, tremendously productive.
Into Mexico City territory they go as McBride able to break the first tackler, make it out to the 29-yard line. We're going to look at the Mexico City Aztecs on defense. Brock Lee and Skylar Kingsley, along with Dan Tritz on the defensive line. KT Horo, Ronnie Watson, Dexter Jackson, the linebackers. Jack Napier, Zarin Pryor, Hans Hayumi the corners, and Jeffrey Daggs and Ben Charbs are the safeties. We'll also see Cole Varner later on. Just want to throw him in there.
And Charbs just walked in the door a few weeks ago. Actually created on March 1st and played his first game last week.
Well, he's going to get his first action here against Lone Star, and that one fired over the middle to the Diva, Dave Axis, for a first down.
You say Diva with such affection, but look at the route here. That is not a Diva play at all, going over the middle, into harm's way, right into 4 different Mexico City tacklers. Manages to come up with the ball and also avoid the big hit as well. And now Lone Star doing business in the red zone.
Anytime I use the word Diva, it's all love. All love. Fennec to throw again. He's going to sling it out to McBride. Has some room down on the near sideline and able to get the first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line. Big power move by Ike McBride as she moves inside the 5.
McBride lowering the shoulder on the sideline. And that is just tremendous. You see it right there. And manages to grind out a couple yards. And that is the difference between first and goal and second and short. Tremendous run by McBride.
So our first successful drive of the ball game, courtesy of the Lone Star Glory, as they move inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, first and goal with under 5 to go here in the first quarter. Fennec, short drop, good pocket, going to sling it out to McBride. She's all alone. She's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Lone Star.
And that is tremendous. Nobody there covering McBride. They brought Collier in for the pro set, and you still had 3 wide receivers out there. And Fennec getting a lot of credit with all the defenders in the end zone. McBride just sneaks out to the right flat, and you see the cornerback saying, oh, wait, that's my guy, or gal, as it were. It's like McBride scores the first points of this game.
First red zone touchdown against the Aztecs in 5 attempts here this season. Finally get into the end zone here in their second game against the Aztecs. And arguably, these games matter more later on in the season anyhow, so a good time for them.
And this is what you want to see Lone Star doing. You want to see them be able to run the ball. They do have passing proficiency, obviously, with Fennec. But if you're able to run the ball and get the big gains on first down, like Ike McBride was able to do during this drive, you do 2 things. First of all, you take some of the probability that Ace Fennec hands the ball over to the other team with interceptions, but also you control the clock, and you keep Mexico City's defense out on the field a lot longer while your defense is resting on the sideline.
Absolutely. 8-play, 72-yard drive capped off by that 4-yard touchdown. Fennec tossing it over to McBride, able to waltz into the end zone untouched. And Mexico City will bring it out to the 31-yard line. We talked about Ike McBride and her power here. Getting a look at the previous matchup with Mexico City, rocking those red uniforms and looking very salty, as that was her longest run of the evening, just plowing up the middle of the field and getting a big gain close to midfield.
And she is not a speedy back, but she is tough. And you just see it right there. We saw it earlier in the game, and there it is again, lowering that shoulder. And that is her calling card. Defenders beware if you have to tackle like McBride.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all up the middle of the field. We'll see what Mexico City can do to counter that early touchdown. Lone Star up by 7 as they have not lost at home to this Mexico City Aztec squad.
And now we see Matt Wilson again. Going into the game, he needed 128 yards to hit 40,000 passing yards all time. Let's see how close he gets here.
Well, he's going to get about 10 right there. We'll call it 9 and maybe 3/4 as they make it out to the 41-yard line, second and short.
And Bartley, the available option there over the middle. And Bartley has not been a very used receiving option for Wilson this season. Only 16 catches on the season coming into this game. But did a great job getting open there, going over the middle and getting nearly the first down.
Second-year man, 6'2", 225. Handoff to Phoenix Jones, able to power through and get the first down out across to the 44-yard line.
And this is where that kickoff return really comes into play. You got 1 first down, and already Mexico City's on the logo. They had a chance to answer Lone Star's touchdown, and at the very least, maybe string a couple more first downs together and get 3 points.
Looking like Wilson wants to toss the rock here as he got 3 wide outs towards the top of the formation. And a diving interception made by Lone Star, able to turn the tide immediately. What a play. And that was Mickey McGuire making the diving attempt there at the interception and able to secure it.
And you could see Fox Highwind jumping up to get that ball, and Wilson just overthrew him. McGuire just playing deep third or deep half, it looked like, was not really expecting the ball to come his way. And then a second later, the ball's right there in his lap. Big break for Lone Star.
I mean, that makes 2 of us. I was not expecting to see that interception either. Was expecting the ball to hit the turf, but what a play there by Mickey McGuire to set his team up with great field position here at the 40-yard line. Handoff to Collier, and he's going to get good gain out to the 47-yard line for a gain of 7.
And this is going to be a problem for Mexico City if they keep giving up these big runs on first down. First was to McGuire, and now Cameron Collier getting into the mix. Collier does not get a lot of volume, Eric, but he's a running back I really like. I think he has a lot of the power attributes that Ike has as well. And I would love to see him maybe next year get in a situation where he's a feature back.
It's that 1-2 punch, and there's Ike McBride running up the middle, breaking tackles, and making it out to the 45-yard line of Mexico City. 5 carries, 27 yards already for the big-time back.
And we talked about Mexico City's offense a lot. On defense, they are fairly pedestrian. 13th against pass and 14th against the run in terms of yards per game. And right now, that's even a standard they're having trouble living up to at this point, as Lone Star's just running all over them.
1st and 10 now as we approach past the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. McBride, the single back, 3 wide out spread across the formation. McBride will get the carry, and she'll get knocked down at about the 41-yard line. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Fennick to throw on 2nd down. He's got Greg Soto, who's able to get just enough for the 1st down out across to the 32-yard line.
And Mexico City went to that 7-in-the-box look. We saw it against the spread on the last play. And now Fennick decides to go to the pass, and there's Greg Soto right there in the flat, wide open. And pretty soft coverage there from Jack Napier. And Soto's able to get the 1st down.
So Lone Star in business as they get closer and closer to the red zone. Fennick with great numbers to start things off. 67 yards and a passing touchdown.
Fennick needs 263 yards on the game to reach 6,000 all-time.
We'll see if he gets there. He'll throw here. Wide open man, and that's Williams again, who made a clutch catch earlier in the quarter. High pointing the football over 3 defenders, and he's able to find a soft spot in the zone here.
And if Williams is able to be this proficient, that's going to be another obstacle for Mexico City. Just when it seemed like they're ready to stop the run, Fennick comes out and deals on 2 straight plays and possibly a 3rd here. It's got 7 in the box again.
And Fennick will throw again. He finds Soto coming across on an out route, and he's able to get a good chunk of yards out to the 10 as they move further inside the SFL red zone.
And this is exactly what Lone Star needed to do today. They're at home. They're 500 on the season. They're 4-4. It's a game in the division. You got the top dogs coming into your building, and you got to take the fight to them. That's exactly what they've done. Ike McBride up the middle, Cam Collier up the middle, and they add a little finesse to the pass game like we're seeing with Soto and Williams. You got a recipe for success.
And there's McBride up the middle, lowering her shoulder and getting close to the goal line. 1st and goal from the 2 coming up.
Very impressive. And those 5 rushing yards put her over 1,400 for her career. She has 42 right now on the game. And McBride, just a 2nd-year running back, already been very proficient. And she's just getting started. 42 yards rushing on the game. We're not even out of the first quarter yet.
Looking like a run formation here. We'll see if McBride gets the carry. No, it'll be Collier, and Collier is able to break the tackle to get in the end zone. Lone Star up by 2 scores.
And you can see half the defense going with McBride. McBride going to the flat again, and you can see the defense going with, but no, it's Collier on the dive. That sneaky fullback dive. And Collier will do that. He'll vulture a touchdown or two. Had one last week, and he finds the end zone again this week with 37 seconds remaining in the first.
8 plays, 70 yards, 2-yard rushing touchdown for Cameron Collier. And we will see the extra point attempt here by Hugh Purvis, the kicker for the Glory. Snap gets down, and it is up and through. 14-0 early on for the Lone Star Glory. And you mentioned this is a very imperative game here for both these teams. Mexico City on top of the division as we speak. Lone Star looking for their first division win. And, I mean, this means all this is for not all the marbles, but, I mean, we're getting closer and closer to playoff positioning here. And as the season goes on, these games become more and more important.
Yeah, the schedule is not Lone Star's friend at this point. After this game, they face Baltimore, who's 5-3, Queen City at home, and then Fort Worth at home. And Fort Worth is also 5-3. And you can see the current standings there. And Lone Star would have a lot of work cut out for them if they're able to get a win against the division leaders. And that would put them within a game of the division lead.
Well, and obviously Houston and Fort Worth is not a great matchup for Lone Star, considering they're both within the division. So it would give them the opportunity with a win here today to move up maybe slightly in the standings and to also get their first division win, as Mexico City will sling the football around to start things off as Phoenix Jones gets a gain of 2 coming out of the backfield.
And McGuire playing very close coverage on Phoenix Jones there. That's sometimes a deficiency with a lot of teams that we see here covering those flats. But McGuire is on it, able to limit the drive upfield from Phoenix Jones.
We'll get a look at the stars on defense for this Glory defense here in just a moment. Wilson to throw. He's going to sling it out. He's got Jones coming out of the backfield, and he'll get tackled close to the first down mark down at the 41-yard line. Get a look at the Lone Star defense, Jukin Rukin, Yogi Barr, Al Lewis, and Hugo Reynosa, the defensive front four. Freddie Trammell, Brian Craven, the linebackers, Mickey McGuire and Bo Martin Jr., the corners. Evan Lacey, Doug Day, and Lincoln Kingseed round up the defensive backfield for the Glory. Might see one more play here before the end of the quarter. We will, as Wilson takes the snap, short drop, going to sling it out to Ray Bentley, who gets the first down and will make it out to the 44-yard line. End of one. Lone Star coming out to a hot start here at home in Denton, Texas. 14-0 your score, and we will take a short break, step away. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on Next Level Sports. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter of action gets started here from Denton, Texas. Alongside Josh Zirkle. My name is Eric Vincent, your play-by-play commentator. Mark Lopez is kind enough to be in the stat truck for us this evening, giving us all those saucy statistics.
Thank you, Mark.
Wilson to throw. He's going to lob one up, and that's incomplete. Maybe just led him a bit too far. He was looking for Jason Bartley, but he was well covered out there towards the near sideline.
Yeah, I think it was Bo Martin Jr. on the coverage on him like a glove. And you can see him right there making contact as the ball touches his fingers. Tremendous coverage by the second-year cornerback, Bo Martin Jr.
That was actually K.O. Barrett out there, the intended receiver. Usually a sure-handed catch for him, but again, great coverage by Lone Star, and they've come out with their hair on fire here at home to start things off. Wilson, 5-step drop, pass time, going to sling it over the middle, and incomplete. The hit jarred the football loose, and again, Barrett not able to secure the catch. This Lone Star defense baring their teeth early on.
And Barrett chasing a couple milestones tonight, needs 9 yards to reach 1,000 on the season, having a tremendous campaign in that regard, and so far can't even get out of the blocks. Again, great defense by Lone Star. I'm a little surprised to see Mexico City sticking with the pass here.
Wilson from the gun, pressure coming on his backside, able to air one out and complete a good spin move there. That time it was Jason Bartley, the second-year man, and he's able to get first down yardage out to the Lone Star 38.
And this is when it's handy to have that fourth wide receiver open as it is. Bartley, you can see, has the matchup against Freddie Trammell, the linebacker. That's a matchup that Mexico City should be winning every time, and they certainly win it there. Bartley running away, and it was up to the secondary to bring him down. A huge break for Mexico City as they finally get into plus territory.
Perfect example of throwing your receiver open on that play as he's able to hit the hole in the zone. Wilson pump fakes, throws it over the middle and incomplete. Again, great coverage by Bo Martin Jr. and that Lone Star secondary to force the incompletion.
Yeah, tremendous game. And Matt Wilson must be seeing something over the middle that he really likes. And I don't know if it's the matchup with Trammell or something else, but he has been hitting that quite a bit so far. We've seen Phoenix distributing the ball a little bit not only to the sidelines, but over the middle as well, and also to the deep middle. And Wilson seems to be pounding that intermediate area, the hook zone, about 5 to 10 yards in the middle.
This time he's going to set up a screen there to Phoenix Jones, snuffed out immediately by Evan Lacey, the free safety, rookie second-round pick out of San Jose, able to come in there and make the big stop.
Outstanding. Evan Lacey, had a TFL last week and then gets another one this week. Evan Lacey, of course, created by Van Lacey as a tribute to his late son, and a story that's been well documented through SFL media circles. Outstanding to see Evan Lacey make a play there.
Great story as Wilson going to throw off his back foot and still complete it. This time to Jason Bartley. Once again, he's been the hot target for the Hall of Famer, and what a play there by Wilson. That was, dare I say, Brett Favre-esque.
Now, that was some fundamental ugliness getting that ball loose, but my goodness, what a pretty spiral, and what an outstanding catch in traffic by Bartley. He has been the hot hand for this offense so far, and it is Bartley that gets Mexico City into the red zone.
Even Ramos Lynn in the chat was like, what was that? Really? How?
That was fun to watch, I'll say that.
Wilson from the gun. He's got Phoenix Jones sidecar right. Wilson going to throw it over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking for his best friend, Mike Daggs. But good coverage again by Lone Star. And they've bent, but they haven't broken yet. They've made good plays here at home. And another good one there here in the red zone.
Yeah, that was Lincoln Kingseed, the third-year strong safety. Had an interception last week. Almost had an interception there. Couldn't quite close the digits over the ball. But a tremendous stop on first down.
Coming out in a heavy set formation this time. Two backs in the backfield. Wilson going to throw. He's going to find the Hall of Famer Barry Bentley coming out of the backfield, and he'll have the out route out to about the 7-yard line. And the 10-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 7 coming up.
And I like the decision by Mexico City to get some other folks involved. Getting Ray Bentley in there. And it looks like he's not going to be on the field for this play. Going to the fullback shotgun. We're seeing a lot of different looks from Mexico City right now in the red zone.
Yeah, curious formation going 5 wide empty set here on 3rd and 7, but it's going to be an interception. Wow, Mickey McGuire with his second interception of the ballgame. We haven't even hit the end of the first half yet.
And you said it, Eric. This is a really curious decision. And if this works, obviously it's great, but 85, Fox Highway, he runs that route a little bit too deep, and McGuire just jumps on it, jumps in front of the ball, and that is points off the board for Mexico City, and Lone Star, with a 14-point lead, is going to get the ball back here with about 9 minutes to play in the second half, or in the first half.
Setting up shop at the 20 following the touchback on the interception. Ike McBride, big time carry. Out across the 33-yard line, first down. And going back to that previous drive, we mentioned this defense is bearing their teeth for Lone Star. 2 deflections, 2 drops forced by that defense. 1 tackle for loss, and then the pick to end the drive.
And Lone Star picking up right back where they left off, which is Ike McBride trucking everybody. Just absolutely tremendous. And Mexico City has to be demoralized. It looked like they were going to pull within a touchdown and make a game of it. And now here comes Lone Star going heavy set. They're playing some smash mouth football right now.
Hats off to my guy Mark Lopez for giving us that saucy statistic there, as Cameron Collier is running with a purpose here tonight. Only gets 3, but that was a hard-fought 3 yards out to the 36.
A successful run on first down, technically speaking, to make it 2nd and 7. And Collier and McBride, a really nice 1-2 punch, as you said. 55 rushing yards in the first quarter. And you can see the numbers for Fennec. He's having a pretty good game also.
Fennec, 7-step drop, shuffles in the pocket. Pressure coming. He's hit as he's thrown and incomplete. Pressure was applied by Dan Tritz, the SFL's leading sacker to this point. Able to get a quarterback hurry on that one. 3rd down coming up.
And Tritz actually having an outstanding season. Had 2 sacks last week. Has 12 on the season. That leads the league, has 18 tackles for loss in all. That is 2nd in the SFL. An outstanding season that Dan Tritz is having, and if Mexico City is going to get back in this game, he needs to start stepping up. And he did there.
Fennec over the middle, caught! And that was the Fennec to Fennec combo, ace to deuce. And that's going to be a first down out to the Mexico City 49.
And it just looked like right when Tritz was getting what was their first no-gain play by Lone Star. Thank you, Mark, for that. Deuce Fennec comes alive. And again, over the middle seems to be a weakness there for Mexico City between those 2nd and 3rd levels. We saw Adam Williams make a couple catches there. We've seen Deuce Fennec make his first catch of the game there as well.
Deuce is wild. Got to watch out for him. Cameron Collier able to get a short gain out to the 48-yard line with just about 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, this first half is really evaporating with the success that Lone Star has had running the ball. 15 carries in all already here in the first half between McBride and Collier. And if Mexico City is not careful, they're going to run out of time to have any sort of comeback to make.
A little early on to say that, but we'll see what happens here as Ike McBride finally gets tattooed along the sideline, not able to break that tackle as Hantai Yumi comes up and lays the lumber. Good numbers there for Ike McBride and Jason Bartley, the leading receivers for these teams.
And McBride, again, showing no signs of slowing down. 12 touches on the game already for Ike McBride.
Fennec over the middle and incomplete. It was looking for Greg Soto out there in coverage and throws it just a little past him. That's going to bring up 4th down, and we'll see a punt.
Yeah, Soto actually got picked there by one of the Mexico City defenders. I didn't get the number on it, but Soto just ran into a player and stopped, and the ball arrived where he should have been. I'm not sure I can hang that one on Greg Soto. And I can see the chat agrees with me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Calling for the DPI there in the chat. High snap on the punt. Gets it away. Zuderfeld with his second punt of the evening. This one a good one as it's down at the Mexico City 4-yard line. The Aztecs with a long way to go to get their first score on the board.
A great punt by Zweederveld and a great special teams play there by number 47. And you could see, like, arresting his own momentum before going into the end zone. Just an outstanding play. And Mexico City, with all their struggles so far, will now have to operate out of the shadow of their own goalpost. Let's see what happens here.
That was your boy Lincoln Kingseed Sr. actually downing the punt inside the 5 there, and we'll get a handoff to Phoenix Jones, able to plow ahead to the 6-yard line, give a little bit of running room here for his offense.
And that's all you want to do here, is have your quarterback not standing in the end zone should they decide to throw here on 2nd and long or even 3rd and long.
Well, we know that this is a pass-happy attack here for Mexico City, so obviously any room to work is definitely better, as Phoenix Jones is able to bust out a big run and make it out to the 18-yard line. That'll move those chains.
And that is Jones's longest run of the game so far at 12 yards. And Jones needs to have a big game. This is a fundamental aspect of their attack. You see him breaking tackles there and giving Matt Wilson the room that he needs to perhaps get this team driving down the field, as we're running out of time here in the first half.
Yeah, Mexico City trying to get something on the board here before the end of the half. Lone Star able to gobble up a lot of this time of possession here in the opening couple of quarters, as Jones gets another carry, this time for 5, as we creep under 5 to go here in the first half.
And it looked like Jones missed his block there. It looked like Bentley went left of the center, and then Jones went to the right. And he did get 5 yards on that run. He could have had a lot more if he had followed his block.
You see McGuire coming in with 2 interceptions on the evening, able to keep this Aztec team scoreless here in Denton, Texas, at Medal of Honor Field. Handoff, Phoenix Jones patiently following blockers and able to get a first down out to the 35-yard line.
And this 3 tight end look working really well for Mexico City right now. That's the second big run for Jones on this drive. And the Lone Star defense, which is a base nickel look, looks like they're having difficulty adjusting.
Only 3 down linemen this time. Wilson to throw and finds K.L. Barrett finally, and he's able to make it out to the 47-yard line, first down.
And Barrett, just a little move on the inside. And again, Mexico City looks like they're finally getting out of first gear. Tremendous catch there by Barrett, trying to get his offense back in the game.
High formation this time for Mexico City. Wilson to throw, pressure coming in his face. Jones bobbling the football, and it falls to the turf, incomplete. We've seen a lot of these type of mistakes happen, these miscues happen for Mexico City that are not like them whatsoever.
Yeah, Jones might have been better just dropping that ball instead of taking the loss. As it stands, a good play for Lone Star, and another TFL, and a step backward for the Aztecs just when it looked like they were making a drive of it, and they may still.
Wilson, pressure coming. He's going to get sacked. Back at about the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 42. And that was big number 99 getting in there and making the stop.
Hugo Reynosa, his 5th sack of the season. You can see Wilson never sees him coming. Very fortunate he was able to hold onto the football. And now Mexico City, who started this drive of their own 4, it looked like they were going to make something of it, going backwards here. Now it's 3rd and long.
3rd and long from the 42, coming out 4 wide. Dags has his hand on the line. Muslin's got to throw it and pegs Jason Bartley right in the side of the ear hole there, and that falls to the turf. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, Bartley, who had gotten a lot of volume, 4 catches on the day. And I guess he figured he was done because he was not looking for that ball at all. The ear hole, the shoulder, it should have been in the hands, and he should have been looking for it. And as it stands, Mexico City is going to see the early makers of a good drive go for naught, and they're going to punt.
Pressure coming, but Lone Star not able to get there. Instead, they'll set up the return. Good play there made by Mexico City special teams, able to knock him down at the 18-yard line. Mexico City 3 and out on their first drive, interception on their next drive, and then 9 plays and then the punt to make it out of the shadow of their own end zone. Not a recipe for success for the Aztecs.
No, it really isn't, but you got to give credit to Lone Star's defense. Their secondary's been outstanding. Reynosa had the sack. The pressure has been there. And the only times they really have had trouble pressuring is when they've been exotic. The twists are not working, but just sending 4 guys to the quarterback really has.
The Fennec combo once again, good for 5. I also missed that 12-play, 57-yard drive, getting into the shadow of the Lone Star end zone, and then threw a pick to Mickey McGuire for his second interception of the evening.
And Lone Star, by any measure, in the driver's seat at this point. Time winding down in the second quarter. Even if you just get a field goal here, you go to the locker room, potentially with a 3-score lead. Great opportunity for Lone Star.
Cameron Collier getting close to first down yardage. Out across to the 27-yard line. Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules to discover team content and stay up to date on SFL news. Let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoy the broadcasts each week with the hashtag Make an Impact. Thanks for your support and viewership of the Simulation Football League.
And thank you, Eric.
Oh, no, thank you.
For just being a great guy.
Circle, you are too kind to me, my friend. Too kind to me. McBride able to get first down yardage, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Lone Star coming out with a hot start here at home in Denton, Texas, up 14-0 on the Mexico City Aztecs. We'll take a short break. This is Simulation Football League live on Next Level Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Eric Vincent alongside Josh Zirkle, Mark Lopez in the stats truck as Cameron Collier able to get the carry out to the 36-yard line for a 2nd and 5 coming up here. Clock continues to roll, and I think Lone Star is perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I do as well. I would still like to see them put the foot on the gas a little bit more, try and get in field goal range. And you got to remember, they have a generic kicker in Hugh Purvis. They do not have a fancy user-controlled kicker. So you want to get as close as you can before you put this ball down and attempt to kick it.
Collier stuffed at the line this time around. And the linebacking core for Mexico City able to make the stop. That's Charlie Copper getting in there, bringing up 3rd down.
And Mexico City obviously just wants to get in the locker room here and reconvene and figure out what's going on.
Fennec, sidearm throw, and it's going to be incomplete. That stops the clock at 1:04. Mexico City not having to burn any of their timeouts. They're going to get the football back with all 3 timeouts and probably around 60 seconds to go here in the half.
Yeah, maybe a little less than that, but Zweiterveld, pressure's on him a little bit to deliver a big punt. And now Mexico City, who has struggled mightily through the air and on the ground, has a chance to atone. And if they score here, then we're looking at a 1-score game. Despite all the success that Lone Star has had this game so far, Mexico City has a chance to put a big dent in it.
It's been a very slow start here for Mexico City, but you're absolutely right. They can atone for their sins here with an excellent drive from the 28-yard line to get some sort of points on the board with 56 seconds left to go and 3 timeouts. And sounds like we've got a game break here from SFL Studios. We'll send that out to them following this play.
Give the ball to Phoenix Jones here. Get him involved. Doesn't have to be on the ground.
And it is going to be on the ground. Phoenix Jones able to run it up the middle for 5 yards as they go no huddle. Another carry. Phoenix Jones rumbling up the middle, and Mexico City will call their first timeout. We'll send it out to SFL Studios with Cameron Irvine, and we'll get a game break there. Cam, what's going on?
Thanks, Eric. A lot of defense so far in Buffalo, Nate.
Yeah, Frank Smith right here, just jumping into coverage, gets an interception actually off of his shoulder pad, and comes down with the ball for an interception.
Nifty play. 4th and inches right now. Baltimore and Queen City offense is struggling. Back to Texas, where Mexico City's got a first down and more.
They are out to the Mexico City 48-yard line. Thank you, Cam and Nate. Clock running under 30 seconds to go here. Mexico City in a good formation to go no huddle, and they're going to get another first down. Out across to the 41-yard line of Lone Star. They're going to burn their second timeout, 1 remaining.
And Lone Star only rushed 3 defenders on that play, had 8 in coverage. And Mexico City still managed to get that ball out to Highwind. And now Mexico City, probably a first down or less from getting points on the board here, would be in field goal range of Cole Varner. And maybe they could do a little better than that.
Varner does have that big leg. Wilson going to toss it out to Jones. One-on-one tackle, able to miss it. And he's able to get knocked out of bounds for first down yardage out to the 27-yard line. Certainly within Cole Varner field goal range at this point.
And this is something we did not see a lot of from Mexico City. And I think with the lightened pass rush and more defenders in coverage, they need to have somebody over there to guard Phoenix Jones. That's just unacceptable if you're Lone Star. But if you're Mexico City, he's the guy you've got to get it to at this point. If you're not going to be able to find Mike Daggs or Nicholas Daggs or even Highwind at this point, you got to get the ball open in space.
Wilson coming out in the empty, 4 wide, 3 towards the top of the formation, far sideline. Wilson going to throw it over the middle, finds his best friend, Mike Daggs, out across the middle to the 14-yard line. Into the SFL red zone we go with 13 seconds to go and no more timeouts for Mexico City.
Now that's interesting because that really limits what Mexico City is able to do on this next 1 or 2 plays. You have to get the ball in the air here at this point. And it looks like we're not even going to deal with that. Looks like we're just going to trot out Cole Varner.
I had a funny feeling they might trot out the kicker here with no more timeouts to go. This one definitely within his range, 31 yards. High snap, does get it down. Varner able to boot the football up and through from 31 yards. So Mexico City finally getting on the board with 10 seconds to go here in the first half of play.
And you could see Varner exuberant that his team is finally off the schneid in terms of the scoreboard. And a positive to take into the locker room for Mexico City as they are about to hit the intermission. Lone Star might get another bite at the apple here. We'll see if they decide to do anything with it.
Coming up on the SFL halftime report, Cameron Irvine and Nate Hall analyze the first half, provide updates on Baltimore and Queen City, and look back at the top 10 plays from Week 8. It's all coming up on the SFL halftime report once the clock hits 000 here in Denton. Those top 10 plays, they were good ones here last week.
I actually missed the top 10 plays. I got some catching up to do.
Ooh, you get to
Really?
watch them here on the halftime show, man.
Oh, good. That's good. I like it when I can mix my work and play together.
Absolutely. Fennec going to come out under center, offset eye. Probably just going to see a quickie play here to end the half, and instead, Fennec's going to try and throw a big one and get punished for it right there at the half. Good play for Mexico City to end the half as we take our halftime break. 14-3 your score. Lone Star up on top here at home. This is Simulation Football League, live on Next Level Sports. Stay with us for the halftime update.
Welcome to the SFL Halftime Report. Along with Nate Hall, I'm Cameron Irvine, and we've got another good game going here. Boy, the Tex-Mex division is getting crazy now. 14-3, Lone Star on top of Mexico City at the half. Nate, this is a different type of Lone Star team than we've seen in recent weeks. They look really sharp.
Yeah, and like you said, different in all aspects. They had a bad loss to DC a couple weeks ago, giving their first win of the season over there in DC. But Lone Star today just came out inspired, playing well on both the ground and in the air, and defense too. Mickey McGuire having 2 interceptions there in that first half, doing a really great job so far.
Yeah, McGuire was awesome. That was a game flipper. Matt Wilson's pass to Bartley, falling backwards, fading away. That's a top 10 play, if I've ever seen one. That was an amazing throw by the Hall of Famer. Baltimore leads Queen City right now 3-0. We showed you the shoulder pad interception from Smith. They just got another pick and are turning it possibly into 3 or 7 points here. Queen City's defense is holding their own, but the Corsair offense really struggling so far.
Yeah, and like you said, their offense is struggling right now. AJ Caswell has gotten sacked already in this game. That Baltimore defense is no joke, and like you said, they just came out with the interception. Their defense is keeping them in this game for sure.
And they're going to settle for another field goal here, so 6-0 Baltimore is going to be that score. Well, Nate, we saw plenty of amazing top plays from last week. We've already seen one here in this game with Wilson. You could even throw in that McGuire diving pick in there as a potential top 10 play. But there's top 10 plays, or there's top plays all over the place in the Simulation Football League. And if you missed any action from Week 8, here were the 10 best.
Executing perfect blocks on safety, 12 yards down the field. Caswell gonna go to the air this time, gonna go over the middle, and it's tipped and intercepted again. Oh, it just keeps happening, and it's Succo Lomano again. It's number 4 for number 42.
I'm telling you, Michael, there is something special in the air tonight. Lomano, this early in the game, here midway through the second quarter, already has 4 picks. This one could go down in the record books, I'm telling you.
Possibly only a play or two remaining here in the third quarter. Javier throws over the end zone, touchdown! Mavericks, they're right back in the lead. Nick Hoagland, the fullback, his first grab of the day. It's a touchdown.
And I believe that is his first touchdown of the season for Nick Hoagland. And San Diego, they take the lead right back.
Down here right on the edge of 2 minutes. Here is Q, floater, caught! Manning rised over and mossed half the London defense for the first down grab.
Mr. Excitement, Gabriel Manning, you need a big play. That's who you go to. And you see somehow a jump ball. Three defenders in between. Wow.
Fetch. And that will definitely give Tulsa a big first down. Now,
The shot, but it was almost a gladiator ball there. Third down in the shotgun. Quick drop fires wide open in the back of the end zone. Caught! Fox Highwind makes a spectacular one-handed catch, James.
That was a beautiful ball. Fox High went all the way. He just ran right down the line, didn't even look back, and it was wide open.
Wigmore gonna throw it back in the end zone. Put by Ivory Irvin. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Ivory Irvin coming up with a big one last week. Does it again this week as he catches it in traffic right there, giving Baltimore a nice touchdown. Extra points going to tie this one up at 27, folks. This is a ball game here late in the fourth quarter between Carolina and Baltimore. Wow, what a game we have had the opportunity to witness.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Here is Zaco Sicario to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone, 3 yards deep, Doug Britton. He's got room, and Doug Britton's in the open field to the 40. He's to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Stone chasing him, but he won't get there. Touchdown. The opening kickoff return. Las Vegas ties the game. Wow.
Well, the offense may have had difficulty with their last possession, so Britton says, I got it. I got you. Gotcha.
That's gotta be one of the early front runners for not only top 10 of the week, but maybe top 10 of the year.
We'll see. There's a lot of season left to go, Count.
That was the thing they couldn't do, Jack. You can't take a sack, much less 2 of them. You gotta run the ball, get the solid yardage, and kick the field goal, but they don't do it. Blocked!
Blocked! Oh my goodness! I can't believe it! San Diego had it all! And now, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Josh Miller! Everything has gone his way after that one. And now they just need about 20-something yards.
3 wide outs towards the bottom of the formation. Gold gonna gun it towards that sideline. He's got Heath McDaniel Jr. inside the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Carolina!
Wow, he found the soft spot in the defense of Baltimore. Heath McDaniel Jr. finds his way to the end zone. Wow, what a game this has been, Eric.
A look at the instant replay here. Just burns Hines off the line. Heath McDaniel Jr. finding the hole in the defense and able to scoot on into the end zone to take the game-leading touchdown grab. 46 yards to the house.
The power eye now. On second, it's 7. And Redford makes a couple of tackles, breaks the third. And he's scrambling down the left sideline, one man left to beat. And that is Jack Brown, and Jack Brown is not going to catch him. The Sundance Kid finds the end zone. Touchdown, Vancouver Legion.
We saw it earlier from Robert Redford, the hustle to get the interception return stop before it reached the end zone. Now he gets to show it on an offensive play. Fantastic job. Shrugs off one tackle, shrugs off two, on a third, and then just out races Jack Brown down the sideline. And that is a phenomenal play. Has been held to under 50 yards rushing in the past 3 games. Right there, shatters it.
Today on the All-Star BBG Hollywood.
Dynasty lobs it up over the top, and that might be the most impressive interception all day. It's a hat trick for Rochelle Colston, this time of the one-handed variety.
What can't she do? She's done it all here today. 3rd interception, and this one's the most impressive of them all. Backpedaling, reaching up, one hand right in front of Boo Chisholm. I mean, seriously, Ray Colston, fantastic game today. And now, hands the ball right back over to Sully Richardson.
You know, Nate, a lot of people might have a hard time understanding why Jack Brown and Ryan Caudell were losing their minds after that block punt. The emotional roller coaster they had been on over the last 20 minutes or so, that game going to overtime, and then that was a crazy game. It's too bad San Diego couldn't pull it out.
Yeah, it really was. We all thought that San Diego might have pulled off their first win of the season, right up until that block punt. There looked like they might have had a chance to pull it off, but Denver just slammed the door on San Diego there, and of course San Diego took the loss.
Queen City's having a time. By the way, David Tilley, their star defensive tackle, torn hamstring. He's done for the day. That's a big problem for Queen City. They're already down 10-0, and Caswell already has 3 picks in the first quarter. That's getting ugly. 14-3, Lone Star leads Mexico City. The 6-2 Aztecs trying to keep pace with Denver atop the standings. We'll see if they can come back in the second half. This has been the SFL Halftime Report, and we'll be back after this.
Medal of Honor Field in Denton, Texas, home of the Lone Star Glory. And they have come out to a hot start here in the first half. 14-3 your score as we set up for the second half. Mexico City to get the opening kickoff of the second half. And Josh, I'm looking at the stats here between the two teams, and they're both fairly equal. Mexico City just not able to capitalize on their drive so far.
Yeah, I think what's really hurt Mexico City the most is those 2 interceptions, both of those from Mickey McGuire. And I think that's really what has been setting Lone Star up. And obviously Ace Fennick, who had some turnover woes last week, he's been very, very good today. 10 of 13 for 117. And his QBR is in triple digits right now, and he has not thrown a single interception.
So Wilson and company getting a fresh start basically here in the second half. Only down 11, believe it or not, based off of how well Lone Star has played and how poorly Mexico City has done on offense. But that's not poor at all, as KL Barrett is able to secure the catch, and that will get him above 9,000 career yards, and that will move him into 8th place all-time on the SFL leaderboard.
Congratulations to KL Barrett. And Matt Wilson, congratulations to him for getting his team started early with a big play right out of the gate on this drive. And now you can see Phoenix Jones back in the mix. Mexico City looks like they have an opportunity to do something pretty good here.
Phoenix Jones able to get the handoff this time around, and he'll get a gain of 7 out to the Lone Star 48. Correction, he's actually 9th all-time in career yards, moves past 9,000 for his career. Either way, a very impressive number there, and able to crack the top 10 for the career receiving yards.
Yeah, and Barrett also puts him over 1,000 yards for the season. Very impressive daily double for the 9th-year wide receiver.
Gotta love those daily doubles.
I love making it a true daily double.
Ah, yes, all in, baby, all in. Mexico City trying to go all in on this second down here. And that's going to fall incomplete. 3rd and 3 coming up. And it has been confirmed by SFL HQ. Over 9,000 receiving yards for KL Barrett, moving him into the top 10 for his career.
You know, and it's such a blessing for your team when you can have a player that you know is going to be around for the better part of a decade, who's going to be reliable and just be a focal point of your offense. There are a lot of teams that do not have that. And you could argue that Mexico City has quite a few of them.
Wilson with play action here, able to find Fox Highwind down towards the bottom of the formation. His first catch and target here this evening. He's been relatively quiet, and that will move those chains out to the 40-yard line of Lone Star.
And Matt Wilson dealing right now. And he is chasing his own milestone, looking for 40,000 career yards. Did not make much headway toward it in the first half. In the second half, looking very good so far.
Handoff to Jones, and Phoenix will make it out to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 7 coming up.
And Phoenix Jones was sort of taken out of the ballgame there late in the first half. And now that you have the fresh clock, fresh set of downs, really you need to get him involved. And now you see Bentley in there setting the table for him as well. I like the direction that Mexico City's going here.
Only 3 down linemen here for Lone Star. Phoenix Jones to get the handoff, and he goes absolutely nowhere. The extra linebacker, I believe, helped on that play for Lone Star as they were able to knock him back. Minimal gain there on 2nd down.
And Jukin Rukin on the scene. His 12 TFLs, that's 12th in the league right now. And Rukin half a sack away from the big 5-0. He's sitting at 49.5 career sacks right now.
Wilson to throw on 3rd and 6. Gonna go long, and what a catch made along the far sideline. Able to move the sticks. And guess who? KL Barrett. Able to make the catch and move them into the SFL red zone.
Outstanding little route there. Just a little corner route. And he pays the price for it. Bo Martin Jr. has been very reliable in coverage. Is not able to dislodge the ball. Barrett comes up with a big catch. And now Mexico City, who'd been struggling on offense for most of the first half, now in the red zone on the first drive of the second half.
See if they can complete the mission here this time around. Wilson over the middle, close to a first down, and they'll give it to him off of forward progress as Jason Bartley able to extend the football out to the 4-yard line, 1st and goal.
What a day for Bartley. His 5th catch of the night already, closing in on 100 yards for the game. He's been a old, reliable option for Matt Wilson there over the middle. I think all of his catches have come between the hash marks.
Wilson going to sling it out to Phoenix Jones, trying to beat the one-on-one tackle. Does not this time around. And guess who? Number 38, Mickey McGuire, Mr. Do-It-All here tonight. He's got 2 picks and able to make a big stop right there for a minimal gain.
And if Wilson had gotten him a better ball and thrown it in front of him, that could have been a touchdown for Phoenix Jones. And McGuire was able to close in on that because Jones had to adjust to the football.
2 backs in the backfield this time for Wilson. He's under center. He will throw. He's going to throw it back in the end zone, incomplete. Good coverage out there by Lincoln Kingseed, able to put his hand in front of the football and knock it to the turf.
Looking for Mike Daggs right there under the goalpost. And Daggs gets a chip on his man, and Kingseed with impressive closing speed. He knows where the ball's coming, can't even see it, just puts his arm up in almost desperation. And look at that. Successful pass defended in the dark, basically. Had no idea when that ball was coming down, still got a piece of it.
Freddie Trammell had an opportunity to even snag that football there towards the end. Nice little tip drill, but not to be. Brings up a 3rd and goal. This would be a heck of a stop here for Lone Star. Wilson, good pocket. Going to throw it down to the bottom of the screen, and that is complete to Ray Bentley. Actually, they'll call it an incomplete pass, and that brings up 4th down. We'll see a chippy for Cole Varner.
And that was Bentley in the right flat. Phoenix Jones went to the left flat. There was nobody on him. They made the decision to go to Bentley there. And Lone Star all over him. And Phoenix Jones ignored the team's time of need. Interesting decision by Matt Wilson.
So this one just from 21 yards for Cole Varner. Good snap, good hold, kicks up and on the way and through. Mexico City adds 3 points to the scoreboard right out the gates here to make it a 1-possession ball game here in Denton, Texas. But will Lone Star respond? We're going to take a short break and be back with more Simulation Football League action live on Next Level Sports. Back live as Cole Varner adds a field goal here to the Mexico City scoreboard, able to boot it down the field. And Fennec going to take it out of his own end zone out to the 22-yard line. And that is where Lone Star will take over for their next possession. Bend don't break defense for this Lone Star offense, or excuse me, this Lone Star defense, allowing 65 yards in 8 plays, and then they had 3 straight no-yard gains from the 40-yard line and forced the field goal. That's definitely a victory for the Glory.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of passing there from Mexico City on the goal line. I was surprised to see that. But got to tip your hat to Lone Star getting the job done.
Bennett going to sling it out to McBride, who's able to make the play out to the 27-yard line, gain of 5. And we want to tip our cap to Mark Lopez out there in the stats truck. He's been giving us great stats here tonight, and that one certainly no difference. Thank you so much, Mark.
Yes, thank you, Mark. And one more point about Mexico City. They did exactly what they needed to do. They needed to open up with a big drive, go down the field, and put points on the board, and they did manage to do that.
Collier with the handoff this time around gets a minimal gain as Mexico City was all over that one. And that brings up a 3rd down coming up.
And now if you're Lone Star, you got to be shaking in your cowboy boots a little bit. You just watched your defense give up points, and now you're in a 3rd and medium. You've got a situation here where you might be punting the ball back to Matt Wilson. It's not what you want at this juncture.
McBride slips the first defender and gets stopped short of the line to gain. That's going to be a 3 and out for Lone Star. A bit of a reversal of fortune here for both these teams. Mexico City, 3 touchdowns. Lone Star with 3 field goals in week 6. Here tonight, we've got 2 field goals for Mexico City, 2 touchdowns for Lone Star. But now Mexico City maybe have the momentum here in the second half.
And Lone Star went back to their bread and butter. They went back to running the ball up the middle, and Mexico City finally able to corral Ike McBride and Cam Collier. And now they're going to get rewarded with another shot on offense.
Kingseed making big plays on special teams as he knocks down Bartley at the 32-yard line. Sets up a 1st down here following the punt. And if you're Mexico City, I'm not saying you go for 2 if you happen to get it in the end zone, but a touchdown would certainly go a long way.
Yeah, a little too soon to talk about going for 2, but I really like what Mexico City. They threw out a lot of different looks. They had Phoenix Jones, they had Jones and Bentley on the field at times, and now they had a lot of this too. Wilson in the shotgun, a good variety here.
And Wilson throwing it on the run, it's picked off. Penalty marker is on the field, but Lone Star has the interception. We'll have to see if it stands. Freddie Trammell able to pick the football off. And they're going to call clipping on the offense, so the interception will stand, and Lone Star gets their 3rd turnover of the evening.
And Trammell, right place, right time. Wilson just beside himself at this point. After that drive, and Trammell, it looked like Wilson didn't even see him, and Trammell just put his hands up and came down with the football. And very lucky that Jason Bartley was able to catch him because Trammell looked like he had end zone on his mind.
So Lone Star with great field position here already in the SFL red zone from the 17-yard line to Mexico City. 3rd quarter has moved by fairly quickly here in Denton as McBride gets a carry, and she's going to make it out to the 16-yard line, gain of just a 1.5 yards maybe.
And Lone Star doesn't have to do anything fancy here. 3 runs and a kick would be a satisfactory result for the turnover. We'll see if Ace Fennec has perhaps grander ambitions.
High formation for the Glory this time around. Fennec, blitz coming. He's going to throw it near sideline, and that's caught for a 1st down. Actually, they'll mark it incomplete, not able to get the foot in bounds. I'm looking at it real time, and it certainly looked like he got that foot in there.
Yeah, I agree, Eric, and I wonder if we will see a challenge. And there it is.
We will. Yes, sir. Red flag is out onto the field, so we will get an extra look at this one as head coach Brian Craven is seeing something he doesn't like there, and referee 62 will go ahead and take a look under the hood.
And this will be a tremendous result for Lone Star.
Oh, yeah.
If it stands, it'll be 1st and goal.
Oh, yeah, he's got that. No problem. So Craven wins the challenge. Lone Star not called a timeout, and the Glory will get a 1st down inside the 10. So that'll be 1st and goal here for the Glory following the interception by Freddie Trammell.
And you can hear the hometown faithful approving of that call. Dave Axis, he approves as well. Mexico City probably not approving so much. 1st and goal, Lone Star.
Offset eye. Hand off to McBride. Pressure coming around him. It doesn't doesn't matter. She gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Glory.
And that's been the story tonight. Ike McBride, north and south, just ripping this Aztec defense to shreds. It's been a marvelous thing to watch. She's done it by herself. She's done it with blocking. She's done it with schemes. You see Cam Collier trucking fools there in the trenches. And McBride just hopping over bodies on her way to pay dirt. McBride really pacing this Lone Star offense.
So we'll see the extra point attempted by Hugh Purvis to make this a 15-point advantage. Good snap. Kick is up and on the way and through. 21-6 now. Your score in favor of the hometown Glory. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. Both these teams looking especially grand tonight here. Mexico City with the all-white look and Lone Star with the all-navy look. Very easy for my colorblind eyes to see. As Bartley able to bring the football out just shy of the 30-yard line. We've got a game break out at SFL HQ. Cameron, what do we got?
Thanks, Eric. Boy, field goals instead of touchdowns can be the difference between winning and losing, Nate.
Yeah, it really can. And here, Baltimore holds Queen City to 3 points after Queen City had the ball on 1st and goal from the 4. 3 straight runs. Baltimore was able to stop them, and Queen City only came away with 3. Needed to really come away with a touchdown before halftime, but yeah, that just can't
What
happen.
is happening?
Corsairs
over
hanging
there
around 13-6.
in Queen City. Queen City just all over the place here tonight. Baltimore kind of taking advantage of it. It's just a very strange football game going on out there between the Corsairs and the Vultures.
I think that's just fine. I'm pro chicanery. Let's have more of that, please.
So an incompletion on 1st down brings up 2nd down here for Wilson. In trouble. He's going to throw it on the run and able to get it complete out to Fox Highwind. That is close to 1st down yardage. And then we'll mark him just shy at the 39-yard line. 3rd and short coming up.
And we got a little bit of chicanery over here, too. Highwind with a nice route. Gets the toes in, gets out of bounds. And Wilson doing a nice job of getting away from the rush. Getting that ball out to his receiver.
3rd and short from the 39. We'll call it about a chest hair. Offset eye. Gonna go to Bentley, and Lone Star is ready for it. Knocking him in the backfield. TFL for number 92, Al Lewis getting in there. All 6'6", 315 of them. Big dude.
And that is the 2nd straight 3rd down that they did not go to Phoenix Jones. Remember the goal line play where they went to Bentley on the right side. They go to Bentley again here. Neither play successful. And now Mexico City is going to watch another drive stall out.
So a 3 and out here for Mexico City. Having to punt the football away to Lone Star. Already up by 15. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Deuce Svenik will return it, and he'll make it out to the 28-yard line of Lone Star, and that is where they will take over for their next possession. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting.
I mean, if we could do it.
If we could do it, anybody can do it.
I would think so.
McBride just throwing defenders to the turf, able to make it out to the 35-yard line. Good gain of 7 yards, 74 yards on the evening, and a touchdown for McBride.
And that puts McBride over 100 all-purpose yards on the evening. She has 32 receiving yards via pass. But this has just been her game. She's been outstanding, and we still have just under a quarter and a half to play. She's got more in the tank, I'm sure.
Collier getting the short yardage carry, and he gets just that. maybe about a half a yard out to the 36-yard line, as Dexter Jackson and company were ready for that one.
In Mexico City now at 3rd and 2. You've got to get to the quarterback if they decide to throw, and you've got to hold the line. You cannot let Lone Star build another drive here.
Fennec quickly throws it. He finds Dave Axis for the first down. Out to the Lone Star 41-yard line. Good play design there for the Glory, and they will move those chains.
And you saw Mexico City coming with the blitz. Lone Star was ready for it. They did get protection at the line, and Ace Fennec got that ball out in a hurry. It's almost like they knew what was coming. Lone Star has just been outstanding tonight. Very few miscues from this offense and from the defense, quite frankly.
McBride up the middle, gets rid of the first defender and gets stood up by the second. That was Ronnie Watson, able to wrap his arms around the big running back for a minimal gain.
Ronnie Watson, we've not called his name tonight very often. Rookie linebacker, 6'2", 241. It's nice for Ronnie Watson to make an impact here in this game, and really could not come at a better time.
Fennec, he's going to air one out and intercepted. Finally, the Mexico City defense makes a play as Han Tayumi has a convoy down the near sideline. He's making back into the Lone Star territory at the 35-yard line. This is exactly what the Aztecs needed.
Yeah, I see Greg Soto on the fly route, and Tayumi just steps in front of what looks like an underthrown ball, and he's got blockers. It's a caravan, and Tayumi probably 1 or 2 blocks away from really busting that, but as it stands now, Mexico will take over in field goal range. A chance to possibly make this a 1-score game again.
So we'll see if the Lone Star defense stands tall here again. Up by 15 at home over the division-leading Mexico City Aztecs. Turnaround handoff. What a play and what a hit made by Yogi Barr. Able to decleat Phoenix Jones and knock him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And Yogi Barr, sitting at 50th all-time, coming into the game with 17.5 sacks. Gets what's technically a tackle for no gain, but Barr all over Phoenix Jones right there.
Wilson to throw, pressure in his space. He's going to throw it towards the far sideline. Caught by K.O. Barrett, first down yardage and more. Inside the SFL red zone to the 13-yard line. Under a minute and a half to go here in the third.
And a tremendous throw by Wilson, who had the pocket literally collapsing around him. And then Barrett on the out route almost breaks a tackle, almost breaks a second tackle, as a matter of fact. But as it stands, Mexico City in the red zone has an opportunity to score at least 3 and possibly more.
Wilson coming out in the gun again this time. Jones is going to be sidecar left. He's got 3 wideouts split across the formation. Play action. Near sideline. Good play by the Lone Star secondary as Mickey McGuire bats the football to the turf. He's got 2 picks on the evening as well.
And he's looking for Bartley again. And once again, Phoenix Jones just disappears into the ether, not only in the play calling, but also in the defense. They did the play action fake to him, and then nobody covered him as he ran around the offensive line. He is available, and I would like to see Mexico City go to him at least once during this red zone visit.
High formation. Jones going to get the carry, but Lone Star ready for it right at the line of scrimmage. Multiple Lone Star Glory defenders able to knock him down. Bo Martin finally able to get him to the turf.
And Bo Martin having an outstanding game so far. Has the 3 tackles and the assist. Also 3 passes defended. But between him, Mickey McGuire, and even Lincoln Kingseed, the SWAT team has been in full effect for the Lone Star Glory tonight.
Wilson in trouble, and that's going to be a fumble on the play. Lone Star covers the football up. That's going to be a turnover as it stands right now, but man, oh man, that looked a little dicey there in real time.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the football move here as Wilson unloads this, and the ball is barely in his hands for a second and then touches the ground. And that is Nicholas Daggs, the rookie. I believe that's his first target of the night. And a very unfortunate one, and Mexico City will challenge.
Yeah, at the very least, they're able to get a field goal out of the deal here as they're able to keep possession of the football. And in the opinions of this broadcaster, that was not a fumble.
No, I would have to agree. But of course, our opinion does not matter. There's one opinion that matters, and he is under the hood right now.
That would be the Zebra himself, referee 62. We've seen him make some unbelievable calls. We'll see what this one is. And Ramos Lynn appears to be happy along the sidelines of Mexico City, as he will not be charged a timeout, and the call will be overturned, so an incomplete pass.
And just on the face of it, a huge break for Mexico City, avoiding what would have been another turnover, and now has a chance to at least make this an 11-point game.
Varner going to line up here from 30 yards. Good snap. The kick is up and on the way and through, especially from 30 yards. And it's a 21-9 ball game. Again, how the tables have turned, right? This is about the score we had 3 weeks ago, south of the border in Estadio Azteca. And Mexico City was the benefactor of that game there. And here at home, here in Texas, it's the complete opposite.
And the interesting thing is that I'd love to get your opinion on this, Eric. I really don't feel like Mexico City has played their A game. I don't feel like we've seen their best shot so far. We've seen intermittent volume for Phoenix Jones. We've seen a lot of Jason Bartley for some reason. But the guys like Highwind and even Barrett, we're not seeing a great deal of volume from them. And I think that's a big reason why Mexico City's had trouble getting their offense out of first gear for much of this game.
10 seconds on the clock here for the third quarter. See what Lone Star runs here with three bunched wide receivers towards the bottom of the formation. Going to throw it to the opposite end. Broken tackle. Able to make it out to the 28-yard line. Good chunk of yards there on first down. Out to Adam Williams. And that, I believe, will bring us to the fourth quarter. We'll see if they can get one play off quickly here.
It looks like they're going to say Williams is out of bounds. Oh, no, maybe not.
Maybe not. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Get your 4s up in the chat. Get your 86s up. 21-9 your score in favor of the Lone Star Glory here in Denton, Texas. One more quarter of action to go in the Simulation Football League live on Next Level Sports. Don't go anywhere. .11 to go here at Medal of Honor Field. Eric Vincent alongside Josh Zirkle. Mark Lopez in the stat truck for us here this evening as Collier is able to bust a first down run out to the 33-yard line of Lone Star and keep this drive going.
Over 100 yards rushing for Lone Star already. We still have just over a quarter to play. Ike McBride, Cam Collier. McBride especially, but Collier's been holding his own as well. 12 carries on the night so far, and a workman-like 33 yards.
McBride burying a defender just at the line of scrimmage. KT Horrell is wondering what the heck just hit her. And that's Ike McBride for a 5-yard gain.
McBride averaging 5.3 yards every time she touches the rock. And she's a big reason why Lone Star has been writing their own destiny this evening. McBride has seemed at points unstoppable. And when you have a full backfield like this, even more so.
Handoff, Collier trying to bounce it to the outside, and he's going to get stopped behind the line there. Hantayumi able to wrap him up along with KT Horrell on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
I think Dexter Jackson got involved in there as well, a third-year linebacker. And interesting decision by Cameron Collier. I don't think of him as a bouncer. And after watching that play, I definitely don't think of him as a bouncer.
No, definitely not. Fennick going to sling it out to McBride and not able to get any yardage out of that one. Good play by the Mexico City defense, forcing the 4th down.
Yeah, not a great throw from Fennick there. McBride had to make the adjustment. But credit to Mexico City. They were all over her before she even had a chance at the line of scrimmage. And now the Aztecs down 11 with about 9 minutes to play are going to get the ball back.
So another punt with the clock rolling here. Lone Star with a 21-9 advantage. Fair catch called for and made at the 30-yard line by Mexico City. And that is where they will take over for their next possession. Visit the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. You also have links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,400 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Wilson going to sling it out to Phoenix Jones, stumbling, coming out the gates there, and out for a 7-yard gain out to the 37-yard line. We'll toss it over to SFL HQ to Cameron Irvine for a game break update. Cam, what do we got?
Thanks, Eric. Austin Brigham, 3 interceptions on the day, keeping Baltimore ahead. Queen City's had a turnover mess, but their defense is hanging in there. It's still 13-6 in the 3rd. Back to Texas, where Mexico City's trying to get a touchdown. Eric and Josh, Mark, whole crew.
And more defense we have up there in Buffalo. Man, what a game over there between Queen City and Baltimore. As Mexico City able to get a 1st down out to the 42-yard line during the game break there. I formation, 3-down lineman. Wilson going to sling it over to Jones, and a good play there made by the secondary. That's number 33, able to make the stop. Doug Day coming up from his strong safety spot, converting to strong safety this season and making it look good.
Yeah, he's looked real good this season, and really nice TFL there. And I know the play was for loss, but this is what I want to see. I want to see them go to Felix Jones a little bit more. You have time to run the ball. What you don't have time for is to punt it and play defense again and try and get the ball back.
Going opposite end this time. Jones with a little bit more room to run, and again, Lone Star, bend don't break, able to stop him just shy of the line to gain, bringing up a 3rd and short.
And Phoenix Jones making a nice adjustment on this ball. Does not have to reset his feet. Gets a nice block there. And probably could have used one more block to get the 1st down.
Yeah, if he was able to sneak inside of the block there by Kalamata, I think he probably would have gotten some extra yards, but instead bounced to the outside there and not able to secure the block. Ray Bentley gets the carry on now. Actually, it's Phoenix Jones with the carry, and it doesn't really matter. He gets the 1st down anyway, out to the 45 with Lone Star.
It looked like Jones was lined up at the fullback. I had the same.
He was.
I did the same double take that you did there. And an interesting look, and an effective one, as a matter of fact, since they did get the 1st down.
Gave us the old switcheroo there at running back. As Jones able to make the first down. It is the show game. Wilson out across the middle to Fox Highwind, who gets the first down out to the 29-yard line. The Aztecs very quickly moving down the field and trying to get some points on the board. They're still looking for their first touchdown in the ballgame.
They are. Highwind just gets his 4th catch of the game, and that will get Mexico City into field goal range. Although at this point, you got to be thinking about a touchdown here. I think Matt Wilson has reined it in a little bit.
And Highwind had a very impressive touchdown grab 3 weeks ago here against the Glory. Getting a look here as he high points the football past the defender. And no, he's not done yet. Able to shrug off Lincoln Kingseed into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the breakaway speed is outstanding. Kingseed left in the dust. And after jumping up to catch that ball, and that is something we have not seen, not only from Highwind, but from anybody from Mexico City tonight. We've not seen yards after the catch. And they're probably wondering, where is this at this point?
Complete reversal of fortune, right? As Mickey McGuire has been Mr. Do-It-All here tonight, and on that highlight there, getting burned by Fox Highwind for the big touchdown. So clearly Lone Star doing their homework here at home against the Mexico City Aztecs for the second game here in this season series. As Daggs makes the catch, and Mike Daggs will bring it out to the 18-yard line of Lone Star. That will extend the drive. Matt Wilson extending his mark here in the SFL as he has now passed for 40,000 passing yards in his career.
I mean, borderline immortal. Yet 11 years in the league, 40,000 passing yards. Very impressive. Congratulations to Matt Wilson.
He's one of the good ones. Definitely a Hall of Famer for sure. As Phoenix Jones gets decleated there, as Doug Day, Double D, comes up and lays the lumber. Only a minimal gain out to the 17.
I think Doug Day likes playing free or a strong safety. I think he likes coming down and providing support to the run. He's done that a few times tonight. I don't think he's done it more effective than he has just then.
Handoff, and that was Ray Bentley getting the carry there on second down, able to bring it up to the 14-yard line, brings up 3rd and 6.
And I don't know what Mexico City has planned here, but I would love to see them keep Phoenix Jones on the field no matter what. Don't go shotgun. Don't get fancy. Make them guess what you're trying to do. And here we are.
Wilson gonna air it out, end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown KL Barrett. How did he get his feet in bounds?
That was just an outstanding grab. That ball looked like he was sailing into the stands. And Barrett running a pattern, towing the end line. And Wilson just uncorks this. And Barrett looked like he avoided taking a hit to not only catch that ball, but as you said, to come down in bounds. Outstanding effort. That was tremendous catch from Cale Barrett.
Toe drag swag in the back of the end zone. The best variety of the toe drag swag. And Mexico City finally able to get a touchdown on the scoreboard. Varner looking to add the extra point. Bad snap, and it's blocked! Lone Star able to block the extra point to make it a 6-point ball game. And it really doesn't matter a whole lot in the grand scheme of things as far as, you know, how much they have to put on the scoreboard. But it's a 6-point ball game now with 4:51 to go, and Mexico City setting up for the onside kick.
Interesting decision here since field position does still matter.
And ball still on the turf, and I think Lone Star finally covered the football up. It was looking a little dicey there for a hot minute, but the Glory able to cover the football up and maintain possession.
And the issue with the onside kick now is that even if you do get the stop, Lone Star still has a chance to coffin corner you or kick the long field goal. It almost doesn't do you any good at that point, whereas if you kick it deep, the field position still matters, and you have a chance to get the ball back at midfield or maybe deep on your own territory.
Collier gets the carry as he plows ahead to the 34-yard line for a short gain. And if I'm Lone Star, I'm definitely wanting to chew up some of this clock here.
Absolutely, and they've done such a great job of that so far already. 29 carries between McBride and Collier. And I think we'll definitely see a few more as this drive transpires.
Offset eye, clock still rolling. Mexico City gearing up for a run. Hand off this time to McBride, trying to find a hole in the defense, and we'll make it ahead to the 32-yard line of Mexico City. Clock continuing to roll with a 3rd and 4 upcoming.
And another situation where having a generic kicker is going to factor into your game plan. Hugh Purvis is not going to be automatic from here. This would be a 49-yard field goal from this point. And that's got to be something that Ace Fennec is thinking about as he goes under center for 3rd and 4.
Fennec throws it out and finds his man, throws him open in the process as well. Able to extend the drive and move those chains. And that was Cookneister there with the catch.
And Cookneister making an impact when he can, the generic player. Getting the catch and the spin in, sort of a gratuitous spin, but when you're only going to get one catch a game, you got to spin when you can, Eric. And he got it in there.
Throw the spin move out there, man. You know? I mean, if you're going to get your, like you said, you're going to get your one catch of the ball game, might as well throw the spin cycle out there.
I spin, therefore I am.
I like it. I like it. Lone Star letting the play clock and the game clock tick down here, almost sequential here at the 6 and the 5 as McBride gets a short carry out to the 5-yard line. We'll send it out to SFL HQ and Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam, what do we got?
Thanks, Eric. Nate, defense continues to reign supreme in Buffalo.
That's right. AJ Caswell here drops back to throw in its end zone, and Baltimore just comes up with a sack. So come away with 2 points there.
Vultures trying to shore up the north. Mexico City trying to pull away in the south, but having a time. 2.5 left. Back to Eric and Josh in Denton.
Fennec over the middle. He's got Dave Access, and that's a touchdown for Lone Star. That'll just about do it, I believe.
Celebration is on.
Whole team getting in on that one. Look at that. Man, Dave Axis, what an effort here on this catch.
Yeah, this is kind of insane. Axis, looks like there's nobody there, and then boom, boom, takes a shot right at the goal line. They're saying he broke the plane. And a touchdown, Eric, that probably puts this game on ice.
With 2:26 to go, I think Mexico City will be hard-pressed in order to even this football game up at this point. And honestly, that's got to be a top 10 play there. Lone Star adds the extra point, 28-15 your score. And with 2:26 to go, Mexico City still with all 3 timeouts, but Lone Star able to march down the field, keep the football in their possession, chew some clock, and then get in the end zone on top of it. 5 plays, 38 yards, 17-yard passing touchdown from Fennec to Axis to cap the drive off.
Yeah, just a tremendous effort again from the Lone Star offense. And they haven't missed a beat. They did have the one interception by Tayumi. But other than that, it has just been all glory all the time. Soto had 1 catch. Everybody else, Fennec, Dave Axis, Adam Williams especially, 3 catches apiece. And then Ike McBride, right now sitting on 117 yards from scrimmage. Right now, my player of the game, Eric, and I suspect yours as well.
I tend to agree. Wilson coming out in the 5-wide set, empty set as well. He will throw. He's going to throw top of the formation, sliding out of bounds. And that will stop the clock at 2:18 to go here in the game. Coverage of the SFL on For the Fans tomorrow begins with Fort Worth trying to hold off Houston in the South Division before Vancouver heads back to Florida to do battle, this time with the Florida Storm. St. Louis hosts Tulsa, and San Diego visits Charleston. In other action around the league, coverage starts at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The SFL on For the Fans. Football season is only just beginning.
The Vancouver-Florida game is going to be great.
That will be a great game. I'm going to be watching my Fort Worth Toros for sure. As Wilson trying to find high wind over the middle, falls incomplete, 3rd down.
And if you're Lone Star, you got to be thinking, we set out, we did exactly what we wanted to do. Unless something catastrophic happens, they're going to end this game with a 5-4 record. And they're going to have a chance to write their own script come playoff time. Maybe not a division title, but an at-large berth.
Absolutely. As Wilson trying to find Barrett, and again, that falls incomplete. It's going to be a 4th down play, and I would suggest that Mexico City goes for it, but I'm not entirely convinced they do that at this point.
2:12 left in the game, down 2 scores. I think you're going for the end zone. If you're not going for the end zone, at least go for the line to gain. And it looks like Matt Wilson is going to trot out here on 4th and 4.
I knew I liked that Matt Wilson guy.
He's very courageous.
Wilson going to fire it over the middle and a little bit too far for K.L. Barrett. I think Mike Daggs was in the vicinity as well. Either way, it's going to be a turnover on downs, a 4-and-out here for the Lone Star Glory on defense, and that will give the football back to the Glory.
You know, we talked a lot about I. McBride, but this secondary has been outstanding. You see Kingsley get a little bump on the coverage there, and that seemed to make all the difference. I wonder if Daggs was complaining about trying to get a flag, but this secondary for Lone Star has just been lights out. 4 passes defended, 3 interceptions. Just tremendous effort by that defense.
Hand off to Collier right up the middle, and that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning here in Denton. Lone Star well on their way to getting above 500 here at home. There's still 2 minutes to go. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on Next Level Sports. Don't go anywhere. Two minutes to go here in Denton, Texas. Glory, the Lone Star Glory, looking to move to 5-4 here at home and move up the South Division race as Ike McBride able to get first down yardage to the 22-yard line of Mexico City, where they will burn their first timeout.
And that's going to put McBride really close to 100 yards, if not over. And she has just been doing that all day, trucking through the second level and sometimes the third level. 5.4 yards per carry on 18 carries. And that is a recipe for success. And that's why Lone Star's been cooking tonight.
Mexico City knows what's coming, and Ike McBride able to make it out to the 20-yard line. Mexico City going to burn their second timeout. Coverage of Week 10 on Next Level Sports begins next Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time as the race for playoff positioning heats up. Divisional battles in the Pacific and East kick off early and are followed by 2 games that will have significant impact on the standings, headlined by Lone Star's battle with the defending champ Baltimore. The SFL on Next Level Sports football season is only just beginning. So big time matchup coming up next week here for the Glory as McBride able to make it out to the 16-yard line. Mexico City going to burn their final timeout.
Yeah, when Lone Star looks at that game tape of Baltimore, they're going to see a very stingy defense that's given AJ Caswell all sorts of fits. And I don't want to say that this was easy tonight, but they had outstanding volume and support from the run game and Ike McBride and Cameron Collier. And McBride's going to have to show up again next week as well because that Baltimore defense is feisty.
McBride with another carry, first down and more inside the 5 to the 3-yard line, and that will definitely do it as McBride surpasses 100 yards on the ground, 21 carries, 118 yards.
Just masterful. Absolutely masterful. This is my favorite kind of SFL game to watch when the running backs run wild, catch passes, knock people over. 2 touchdowns on the day for McBride. Just running out of superlatives. She's been outstanding.
And the best formation in football, if you're winning, it's the victory formation. And that's what Lone Star is in right now. Ready to kill the clock and walk into the locker rooms with a victory. We talked about the South Division ad nauseum here, and it heats up even more with Lone Star securing the victory here today. And you got Fort Worth and Houston going at it tomorrow. So somebody else is going to go at 5-4 in the division. Lone Star finally securing a division win. And as you said, they might not win the division, but they can definitely secure a at-large bid.
Yeah, and I think just being within an arm's reach. This game will put them within one game of Mexico City. Mexico City is going to fall to 6-3. And Lone Star at 5-4. Just got to be thrilled with where their team is sitting at this point. And as we said, a very young team. This team's going to be great in season 17 and season 18 even. But to be where they are now with a gaggle of second and third year players, it's just been really impressive to watch, and my hat is off to them tonight.
And we will send it out to bonus coverage of Baltimore in Queen City following the post-game report here in Denton as the Glory secure the victory, moving to 5-4. Mexico City moving to 6-3 on the year. Still not able to beat this Glory franchise at home during its entire series history. And the turnovers were huge here tonight early on for Mexico City.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt Wilson, I felt like, did not get into a rhythm at all in the first half. And there were spots of success in the second half. But really, I just felt like when it did happen, it was catches like that from K.L. Barrett, whereas receivers were bailing him out. And Barrett also had that huge catch in the end zone where he basically had to jump over the goalpost to catch the ball. But we saw a lot of that. A lot of untimely interceptions. And really, Matt Wilson, he's a legend. He got the milestone tonight, but he did not get the win.
And hats off to the Lone Star defense. They played amazingly here tonight. 10 passes were either deflected or forced into a drop. Bo Martin Jr. had 4 passes defended. Lincoln Kingseed had 3 passes defended. Mickey McGuire had 2 picks on the evening. Just a masterful performance by the defense overall for Lone Star.
And Ace Fennec coming off a 3-interception game last week. You just saw his interception to Hantiumi. And really, that was his only misstep of the game. 17 for 21, 172 yards. Had a touchdown pass. And really was just in total command of the offense. Obviously had a lot of help from Mike McBride. But really just in control. Did not take too many chances. Navigated his team down the field multiple times. And really, if he's this good in his second year, just think about how good he's going to be in his third, fourth, fifth year as his career progresses in the SFL.
And that was a solid play by Dave Axis as he's able to stretch out and get into the end zone for the final game-sealing touchdown. And we'll get a look at your player of the game. And it is Ike McBride, 21 attempts, 118 yards, a touchdown, capping off with a receiving touchdown as well with 29 yards through the air. Final score, 28-15. The Lone Star Glory with the victory. We will send you out for bonus coverage here from Queen City on behalf of Josh Zirkle and Mark Lopez. My name is Eric Vinson. We'll send you out to bonus coverage right now here from Buffalo.
Queen City showing press coverage on the outside. Wigmore throws underneath. The receiver breaks a tackle and gets the first down, springs it out to Queen City 48-yard line. Ivory Urban, again, finding separation.
Yeah, just earlier I was talking about Ivory Urban being one of the smaller guys, but this time he's showing he didn't skip a leg day either. He's able to break a tackle and get the first down.
We want to welcome everyone that just finished watching Lone Star get the victory over Mexico City. You're watching Queen City versus Baltimore here at Conpro Field in Buffalo, New York, where Baltimore has a 21-6 lead and they're driving. Jack Wigmore, the quarterback, under center. T-Roy Gaines in the backfield. Wigmore with a quick drop and throw left side to Ivory Urban, who's got the 7-yard reception on first down.
He took a shot in the ribs. He got up quick, but I guarantee you he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
And in the booth tonight, I'm Steve Hacker, along with the Hall of Famer Eddie Gage. Down in the stats truck is Jacob Clear and Tyler Falk, and our producer and commissioner is Cameron Irvine back at SFL headquarters. Baltimore trying to get into plus territory. Been a really good matchup here tonight, Eddie. Both teams' defenses hitting very hard. Each team has had an injury in this game, so it's been a very hard-hitting game. Defense is playing very well. T-Roy Gaines able to get the first down on that reception out to the Queen City 37-yard line.
Yeah, for those of you who missed it, who were tuning in to the to the Mexico City Lone Star game, David Tilley went down early in this contest and did not return. And
we apologize. We apologize for the technical issues, but we've lost signal from Baltimore and Queen City. We're going to take a commercial break and return for post-game coverage of the Simulation Football League. This is the SFL on Next Level Sports.
Okay, clear for 4.
Down to 5.
yeah, perhaps the interior of this defensive line for Queen City is starting to show signs of fatigue. I mean, they're already down a man, so the substitution packages have already shortened, and now you're asking them to, dig in and bring down a back like T.
Man, that driver is a real pain in my butt today. It is really giving me problems today.
3 minutes.
I'm switching to Game 5, Nate, in Discord. Hey, Game 5, we've got post-game coming up in a couple of minutes, followed by commercial break, then to you. Correct. Yep.
2 minutes. 90. One minute. $45. $30. $20. 15. You're back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're back.
Welcome to the SFL's post-game update with Nate Hall. I'm Cameron Irvine. We apologize. We lost signal there on the Queen City-Baltimore game. The game is mostly put away, 1:47 to go in the fourth. You can watch the game in full on the SFL's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SimulationFL. But unless Queen City can make some sort of miraculous comeback, Baltimore's been all over them from the start, Nate.
And honestly, I feel like Baltimore should have had this game won by an even bigger margin, but they've let Queen City hang around for most of this game, and it wasn't until late in this game that Baltimore was able to put it away.
Yeah, so the Vultures are likely moving to 6-3. They are in full control of that North Division, although London has made things a little bit picky, and actually Baltimore just got an interception, so that ball game is now officially over. What a mess of a day for the Queen City offense. They fall to 3-6, and they're likely out of it. How about Lone Star flipping the script on Mexico City? They won the game, the war in the trenches, win 28-15. They beat the Aztecs handedly, and maybe the South Division isn't so finished after all.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that this Tex-Mex division is going to go down to the very last week of the season. Lone Star coming out with a huge win today to help their playoff push and that race for that division with a win. Ike McBride having a big day with 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards rushing. And Mickey McGuire on defense having 2 interceptions just really did a great job all around for that team.
Coming up tonight, adjusted kickoff times, 9:20 kickoff for Las Vegas and Arizona on FTF Twitch at twitch.tv/FTF Next, and a 9:30 kickoff Eastern, a 10:20 Eastern kickoff coming up here just in a few minutes with Vegas and Arizona, and then a 10:30 Eastern kickoff with Jacksonville and Los Angeles. Action rolls on in the SFL tomorrow on For the Fans. Things get started at 4:30 Eastern. Houston, Fort Worth, Tulsa, St. Louis, Vancouver, Florida, and San Diego, Charleston. We'll see you back then tomorrow afternoon. Nate, thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me, Cam. It's been a blast, and I'm looking forward to doing it again next Saturday. Let's do it.
This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports. And for Nate Hall, I'm Cameron Irvine. And for the rest of our SFL Nation crew, we'll see you next weekend on Next Level. Good night.